Well, it says we're live. Good evening, everybody. I know last week we had a little glitch with the old internet. It decided to go out here at the house just as the net was getting started. So sorry about that. Hopefully it'll hold up for us this evening and we'll be able to get started here in just a minute. It's almost 7 o'clock. Should hear the repeater coming ID just a second. Make sure the volume's turned up. Yep.
The time is 7 p.m. K5VZC.
There it is. Well, I guess we ought to get started. Good evening, everybody. This is KD5KJZ. It's now time for the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Monday Night Net. My name here is Randy, located about 4 miles south of Canton off of 198. I'll be your net control for tonight's CARES Net. CARES is the Canton Area Radio Emergency Services Radio Club. This net is held on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. local time on the K5VZC repeater system. That's at 147.200 over in Wills Point, the 444.975 over in Primrose, the 442.875 over in Kaufman, and kind of sort of not really, we're having problems with the 444.800. It is transmitting, but it's not receiving correctly. Anyway, it's open to all amateur radio license holders, and we encourage you to join in and participate. CARES Radio Club meets monthly on the third Wednesday, starting at 6:30 p.m. at the Van Zandt County Library. That's on FM 859 next door to the Blackwell Historic Home. All interested parties are welcome to attend. The purpose of this net is to build amateur radio use throughout Van Zandt and Kaufman counties by providing a venue for operators to become comfortable and proficient speaking over the airways, so that should an emergency arise, we'll be ready to help transmit and receive emergency messages. If at any time you do have an emergency, call in with break, and we'll take that call immediately. With that, we'll take a short pause and see if there's any emergency traffic at this time. This is K5KJZ. I hear none. That's a good thing. When you check in, please give your call sign slowly and phonetically. Just your call sign for now. And should you need to check out at any time, call in and let Net Control know that you're checking out. Those wishing to check in, come now with your call sign. This is K5KJZ.
Kilo Juliet 5 Hotel Tango Oscar. Kilo Foxtrot 5 Victor Alpha Victor.
Sounds good this evening.
Kilo India 5 Bravo Delta India.
Slim showing tonight. Where's Charlie? All right, well, we'll go ahead and take that short pause, and Net would like to recognize KJ5HTO, KF5VAV, and KI5BDI. Anybody else like to check in with us this evening? This is K5KJZ. Hello, Jason. Good to see you on this evening.
Tango Golf Mike.
I missed that. Golf Mike. Well, that last station, all I caught was Golf Mike. Try again, please.
November 2, Tango Golf Mike.
There's Ken. Got it that time. Thank you, sir. All right, any other stations would like to check in with us this evening? This is K5KJZ. Well, small showing this evening. That's all right. We'll take what we got. We'll go ahead and start when I call on you. If you would give us your name, approximate location, any traffic you have for tonight's net. We'll start off at the top of the list. KJ5HTO. Your check-in, please, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone. Name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. I'm located a couple miles east of Canton here at I-20 and 1255, and I have no traffic. Back to Net.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Next, we have KF5VAV.
Good evening, everybody. Name here is Cody, KF5VAV, currently eastbound on a big Interstate 20 through the Myrtle Springs area at the moment. Mobile, I have negative traffic. Back to you, Randy.
Thank you, Cody. Good to have you this evening. Next on the list, KI5BDI.
KI5BDI, Kevin, 5 miles north of I-20 off the Highway 19. No traffic.
No traffic. Good evening to you, Mr. Kevin. All right, into TGM. Your check-in, please, sir.
And November 2 Tango Golf Mike, good evening. Name is Ken, Kilo Echo November, and have one small piece of traffic from Henderson County areas for you.
All right, good evening to you, Mr. Ken. Good to hear you again. Let's go ahead and take that piece of traffic you have for us.
Hey, very good. Seeing we interface as much as we do, normally we link repeaters between Gun Barrel and Athens. As of right now, we won't be linking. Most traffic will come out of the Gun Barrel repeater if we are activated, and if you're activated to communicate with us. Although we will be monitoring the 145.33 in Athens. So just to let you know, we won't be linked till we sort out our issues with our link radio. And that's all the traffic I have. Into TGM, back to Net.
All right. Well, thank you, Ken. All right. So if anything happens to come up, we'll contact the Cedar Creek frequency. And I am drawing a blank off the top of my head what that is because I've got it labeled in my radio. But would you share that frequency with us, please, sir?
Most certainly. The Cedar Creek machine is 147.9 and a PL of 136.5, and and the Athens machine is 145.33, also with an encode, just an encode, not an in and out PL of 136.5. Back to them.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that, Mr. Ken. Yeah, so if I'm not around and any bad weather comes up, you need to get a hold of Cedar Creek, or if you just want to monitor, be sure and plug that in and have it handy in your radio. And I believe Charles Wells, the N5 SER, is the contact person for the most part over there. He's usually around. Appreciate that information, Mr. Ken. All right, anybody else like to check in this evening? This is K5KJZ, the Monday Night Cares Net. KR4JGD. Where are you calling from, Gary? Are you in, oh yeah, you're in Newton Grove. Good to have you this evening. All right, hearing nothing else at this time, we're going to check in with our friend Mr. Kevin, Mr. KI5BDI. Do you happen to have their token bad dad joke for us?
I do have a bad dad joke. What do you call a dog in a submarine? What do you call a dog in a submarine? Anybody?
Can dog?
Go for it, Cody.
This came to me way too quickly, but I'm going to go with a subwoofer.
Well, good things come quick. Well, not always. But anyway, yes, that's the correct answer. KI5BDI, back to net control.
Alrighty, a subwoofer. There you go. Take that for what it's worth. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. All right, tonight's trivia should be fairly easy, but could also be semi-educational. We're going to talk about some Q signals tonight. Some you probably heard, some you may not. We're going to test everybody out and see what you got. So here you go. What does the Q signal QRM, Quebec Romeo Mike, mean?
HTF.
There's a double in there, but Matt, you won it. Go ahead, sir.
QRM is noise or interference from other signals. The way I remember that's anything mechanical causing noise.
There you go. Bad signal. Yep. You are correct, sir. We're off to a fine start. Does anybody happen to know what QRN stands for? Quebec Romeo November.
KJ5HTF.
Go ahead, Matt.
That is interference or noise caused from natural sources.
Oh, that's correct again, sir. Yes, sir. Just something kind of natural, such as atmosphere or something along that line that would be causing interference. That is QRN. Well, Here's an easy one for you. We'll take the first jump on this one. QTH. Uh-oh.
KF5 VAV.
At home. Correct. Good job, Jason. Go ahead, Cody.
Do you believe that's going to be your home location?
That would be correct, which you are not, or at least I don't think you've made it home yet. And I don't think you live in your car. Thank you for that. QTH, your home location. Here's another easy one. What is QSL? Quebec Sierra Lima. DNet, Gary, that you're asking about,
KF5 VAV, I received your message.
is not in the state of Texas. That is very close. Yeah, it's just a confirmation of receipt of message. Receipt of message. Good job, sir. Okay, here's your next one. QRZ. QRZ. Quebec Romeo Zulu. Changing frequency. Well, that's not really what they're looking for, QRZ. We'll get the answer here in just a second. Where to look up. There is a website called QRZ, but what does it stand for? Alrighty, everybody knows about the website QRZ, where you do something when you have someone else's call sign. What would that be?
KJ5HTO.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mack. Jump in there.
Don't use QRZ or QRZ to verify a call sign, so just kind of makes sense that QRZ, that's what that means. It's who am I talking to? Who's calling me?
Yep. There you go. There you go. Good job. Yep, it is who is calling me. In other words, repeat your call sign to them. There you go. That's a good one. All right, here's your next one. What does QRP? Quebec Romeo Papa. What does that mean?
And to TTM.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ken. Jump in there.
It's asking the question, should I decrease power?
That is correct, sir. Low power transmission or reduce power or request to reduce power. Yes, sir. So if you're working some QRP, a lot of guys go up on a mountaintop and run 5, maybe 10 watts max and see how far their signal will go. That's also a QRP transmission. All right, here's your next one. QRO, Quebec Romeo Oscar. What does that stand for?
And to TDM.
Go ahead, Mr. Ken, with your follow-up answer for us.
Now you're giving it away. That's basically, should I increase my transmitter power?
Yeah, that's correct, sir. Yep, just thought I'd throw that in there. I had a feeling everybody else would figure it out anyway. That's all right. Good answer, sir. All right, here's one for you. QSB, Quebec Sierra Bravo. Thinking. Da, 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 da. Anybody got an answer for me? QSB, Quebec Sierra Bravo.
TDM.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ken. Go in.
That would basically say your signal is fading, or if it was asked as a question, is my signal fading?
There you go. That is correct, sir. You are 100% correct, sir. It is either asking the question, am I fading? Or you're letting the other station know they are fading out. QSB. All right, here's your next one. What is QSY? We've all heard that before. QSY, Quebec Sierra Yankee.
KJ5HTF.
All right, Matt, give me your answer. What you got for us?
That would mean let's change to another frequency, or I'm heading to another frequency.
So if you're drawing a blank, are you writing nothing on the piece of paper? Just wondering, because I draw pictures all day long on a computer, but I never draw a blank. Just kidding. That is correct, sir. It is a request to change frequency, or you're announcing that you are changing frequency. Good job, sir. One more for us. QRV, Quebec Romeo Victor.
To TDM.
All right, Mr. Ken, I am QRV. Go ahead, sir.
Well, you just answered the question for me. The answer is I'm ready, or the question is, are you ready?
That is correct, sir. Yeah, just thought I'd use it in a sentence. Just helping everybody out a little bit. Thank you, sir. All right. Well, we're going to make this one short and sweet this week, and we'll keep it short so everybody can get back to whatever they were doing before they jumped in and talk to us on the radio. Thanks for not letting me talk to myself. We'll start our checkouts when I call on you. Give us any final comments you may have, and we'll see you on the next one. We'll start at the top of the list. Mr. KJ5HTO.
All right, Randy. As usual, thank you for running the net tonight. Certainly do appreciate it. And enjoyed the questions. Those were fun. Always learned something. Ken, good hearing you in there. It's been a while. Glad you made it in. Let's see here. That's about all I've got. Y'all have a great rest of your week. This is KJ5HTO. Back to net.
All right, Mr. Matt, enjoy your evening. And just before everybody else gets away, that we are supposed to have a little rain later this week. So at this time, not expecting anything rough or severe, but keep your eye on the skies because you never know in April in Texas. You never know what you're going to get. Next on our list, Mr. KF5VAV. See ya, D. Well, probably
Thanks
about
for
5
running that,
minutes.
Randy. We appreciate you as always. Hope everybody's doing well and have a great week ahead. I am still on Interstate 20, but hopefully should be home soon. Y'all have a great day. K5 VAV clear.
All right, Mr. Cody, thank you for checking in with us. Drive safely, sir. Enjoy your evening. Next on the list, Mr. KI5BDI.
BDI, thanks for running the net. Good questions tonight. Thanks to Matt and Ken for answering them for us. And y'all have a good week. KI5BDI back to net control.
Well, we got to give Cody a little bit of props in there. He answered one or two, and you never know who's got the answer. That's why you ask the question. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Have a good evening, sir. All right, Mr. Ken, you're going to round us out with Into TGM.
Okay, very good. Brandy, thank you for that. And, thank you for the idea with the questions. I think you're going to hear that in a couple of weeks when I do our brag shoot. That was a good one. I appreciate that. And it was my pleasure to join y'all. So hopefully we won't meet on storms, but if we do, we'll look forward to it. And to TGM, back to that.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ken. Appreciate you being here this evening. Good to hear you. Join in any time, any Monday. All right, gents. We're going to call this one to a close. This is KD5KJZ. Return the repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3 all. All right, all you other gents and a lady who's already checked out. Y'all have a good evening too. Gary, good to see you in there. Check in with us anytime. And if you get a chance and you feel like doing a Echo Link, it's Kilo Delta 5 Kilo Juliet Zulu hyphen link. Or you can call in on All-Star 511214. Either one of those work. Yeah, Jason, Echolink, you checked in a couple weeks ago on there. You were over deviating just a smidge, but I think you got it worked out. Try it again anytime. Y'all have a good evening. Be safe out there. I should probably put that in the chat at the very beginning when we start so people have it. They can join in. I'll have to remember that next week. Y'all have a good evening.